Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Informational. The next item, please, would be California Department of Education visiting teachers program. Ms. Richard, and, we got a great team here.
We had a good team.
And I know they're briefing each other earlier.
Okay. I get to remind everyone about the shortage of teachers that we have. We bring to you tonight the possibility of an MOU that will allow us to bring visiting teachers from Mexico and Spain to assist in our dual immersion and alternative programs. We are asking your permission at this point to explore. We believe that we would have possibly 4 teachers, 2 from Spain, 2 from Mexico, or 2 from, anyways, a maximum number of 4. And these teachers have to be able to pass a, they call it a mini SCESD, or CSESD, before they're allowed to be in the program. This is all through the California Department of Education. It's a program that's been in place for many, many years. Some of our neighboring districts have actually participated. And so we bring this to you for information and your approval to move forward in seeing whether or not this will work for us.
And I just want to add, we attended the meetings that assured us that the CDE, the Department of Education, is the sponsoring agent for the visas, and it's a J1 visa, non-immigration. I know in the past the district has had some, different times they've tried to work with educators from outside of the country and bring them, but we're not the sponsoring agency. All of that is handled through CDE. They, along with the Departments of Education in each of the respective countries, pre-screen all the candidates. They have to have a minimum of 5 years of teaching experience in their own countries. So they're not brand new teachers, although sometimes for the first year here it is like your first year of teaching because it's a big change. And so that is something that we are looking and asking other districts that have worked with this program more extensively, how that has worked with them since it is a change in their work. And we have, as a district, worked with teachers from Mexico in the past during the summer programs that we do probably for at least the last dozen, if not more years. The teachers come through CDE, then through the Monterey County Office of Education, and we have usually 2 teachers working in our district, and that's been a positive experience. In those settings, we are only giving information on what we would like the teachers to be able to do to the County Office of Education, but they actually select the teachers that are placed in our district. In this case, the teachers are interviewed by district staff via Skype interviews because they are in their respective countries, so there is the opportunity to say yes or no versus just, we would give a preliminary need in terms of are they upper or lower grade and different things like that, but the district actually does get to participate in the interview process and is the ultimate to say yes or no. The teachers are, their coursework and experience is evaluated by CDE so that we are determining where they would be initially placed on the salary schedule. There's no cost to the district other than regular salary, and they're placed in terms of our contract. They can't go further, but we don't have to evaluate their coursework or their experience and decide they have this many units or anything. That's all done prior to them being offered employment.
I do have a question. The question as to how about housing when they get here? If we say yes, how that going to be handled?
They're like regular employees that, I mean, usually districts facilitate and might give people a lead, but it's unlike the summer program we participate in where that's really an exchange and we facilitate housing because those teachers are not paid a salary, they receive a small stipend from the county. These teachers are receiving a salary just like any other employee, so they're on contract for a year.
And so I think the agreement says that we would assist in providing information, and as Mary said, you know, if we could facilitate that would be great, but we don't have a commitment to buying a house
Or transportation.
or transportation.
Ms. Barnes?
So the maximum would be 2 from each country if they qualify, is that correct? So what's the level of English that's required? You said a mini CVEST, so I'm assuming the CVEST has to be taken in English.
Yes, yes, and actually, they are working on on clearing a credential while they're here, and that's all in English.
So they do primarily are asking if you're having the teachers come for instruction, the primary reason would be for instruction in Spanish, but they are working on acquiring their teaching, multiple subject teaching credential.
So, and they understand
All that.
full immersion means that they need to be doing English as well. Right.
They could,
Well, yes, it depends on the structure of the dual immersion program.
Right, but I mean, just to say they will have.
So, I'd say just a simple yes on that.
Right.
I do want to underscore, many of the students in Mexico and in Spain learn English as they're learning their trade, many of them. So we're going to be looking for bilingual, bicultural type of individuals with expertise that fit the needs for, and that's the goal. Okay, so that's coming back. Yeah, Ms. Barnes again.
Yes.
Oh, question in the audience.
And I know we're having to go far away to recruit. How about Monterey Bay? Do we not have a teaching partners in Monterey Bay?
Monterey Bay, unfortunately, does not have a B-Cloud program. Sac State does, Chico does, Fresno, I believe, has restarted theirs, but CSU MB Monterey Bay does not have a B-Cloud program.
San Jose State?
San Jose does, yes.
I mean, to me, it would seem like that's
Right.
closer to recruit.
And this is not going to eliminate our recruitment. This is not, no.
I just will underscore that in attending one of the informational meetings, there were many large districts in Northern California there, and the number of teachers, not bilingual only teachers, but teachers that districts will be needing for the next year was significant. And often, I know you said San Jose State, often they're more attracted to the larger urban areas. Not that we're not an attractive area, but we are not some of the larger areas where people are seeking to go. And even some of the teachers from these programs are more attracted to teach in larger areas.
So this certainly is not replacing all of our other recruitment.
Nor I guarantee that we will find teachers.
Okay, any questions? Any other questions? Okay.
This is information, so we'll come back.
Okay, thank you very much. Good job. El Gabilan School, where are you?
I'm back. Thank you again. El Gabilan, I'm not El Gabilan. This morning I announced
That's great, that's fantastic. Gabilan, you want to speak up with good items? Yeah.
Sure, board members, very nice speakers tonight. I am Dr. Kathy Reddick, and I am the principal at El Gabilan. I haven't had a chance to meet any of you, well, most of you have. And I'm so excited to introduce you to our new assistant principal, Ernesto Gonzalez III. And we are excited to share with you our goals for El Gabilan and show you how we're trying to meet those goals and maybe speak with you about future expectations. But we're really excited and we have a lot of high hopes for all of our students. All right, we're good. Okay, so here's our demographics. 719, which is now it's already at 725, changes quickly. TK for 6th grade. 29 students belong in our special day classes. We have 3 special day classes on our campus.
We have 40 students in our preschool. 95% of our students are Latino, and 62.9% of those are ELL students. 89.4% are socioeconomically disadvantaged. So you can see with that we have lots of challenges and lots of gifts. So we're really excited, and I'm so happy that Mr. Gonzalez speaks Spanish. It's going to be a godsend for, you know, when you see those numbers, it just seems so natural to have both, have at least one administrator who speaks the native language of the majority of our population. All right, forward. Oh, there we go. Academic achievement, goal number 1.
I'll go ahead and read it. It says, all students will achieve or make progress towards proficiency in reading, language arts, and mathematics. And I think that's one of our major goals because, as we all know, we want all our students to have an equitable education and make sure that they're all successful. We don't want to just focus on the gifted ones and not focus all of our attention on the kids that need the most help. We want to focus on all our students to make sure that they all get the best that they possibly can.
And for our ELD program, all ELL students will demonstrate growth each year in English language development by at least one level on the CELDT. I'm still getting used to all of the acronyms here, but you guys call it the CELD. So we're making progress in both areas. It probably isn't as there's a lot more that we have to do, and with a lot more sense of urgency, but that will come as we're moving quicker every year.
Can I interrupt you for a moment? Would you mind translating the acronym for the rest of us who don't know what that means?
Oh, great.
No.
Okay, here we go. What's the C?
California
English Language Development Test. Thank you. I just needed that first clue. California, how could I forget? All right. Programs used to support the goals. And this is really important because we can have goals, but if we don't have the programs in place to support the goals, it can make it extra challenging. So I read, when I came here, you had just approved that, and it is in place, and we are using it in our computer lab every day. I'm very excited about what results we're going to see, and I think we'll see the benefits of that long term. System 44 is available at 3rd grade only. Accelerated reading, I would really like to see more participation in that. It's a teacher decision whether they participate or not. Imagine Learning is 3rd grade through 6th. We're a bit limited by technology. It does not match up with our Chromebooks that are in our classrooms. So that's they say that it's going to eventually, but right now that's where we're at. GLAD training has been awesome, and implementation. A lot of our teachers are trained, but again, it is a teacher decision when and if they will implement that. But I have found that it's been the teachers that are implementing it, I found it very effective for ELL students. And Engage New York is a great program. I love it. Teacher decision when it was first initiated. So, and then of course that's going to go through the next month. We're going to be doing it, or district-wide, we'll be making decisions on whether that stays. And I'll let Mr. Gonzalez do this one.
All right. Goal 2 is based on culture and climate. Obviously, it says El Gabilan will be a safe and healthy place in which students, staff, and families will work and learn together in a positive way. And I know that in being there for 2 weeks, one of the things topics I've really been focusing on is PBIS. I've been working on restructuring a system that we had in place known as Hawk tickets. I try to make them more PBIS-like in the sense that I basically let students know that they were caught doing something positive, and then I basically broke it down to where the students would get noted anyway, where they were caught behaving anyway, and the specific action that they were doing. And in doing so, it's going to reinforce them to be able to go ahead and continue being positive and promoting those positive actions. And that's going to tie into the whole Playworks initiative in the sense that they can also be rewarded for doing and participating in the Playworks days. So I think that it's all going to tie in together, all the different district initiatives that we have together. So I'm definitely looking forward to working the rest of it.
And this will give you some more examples of some of the things that Mr. Gonzalez already talked about. He is awesome. He's not going to brag on himself, but he is such a good model for restorative justice. He knows exactly what we need to do. He's great with the kids, and I just see that just blossoming really, really well on our campus. Like you said, we are preparing for the PBIS. We'll be going there again this next week. First Family Saturdays is something new that we're doing every first Saturday. We've done different things. This month we're going to have landscaping. We started that in October, and we're going to continue. No, I think we did it in November, and then we got rained out in December. So we're going to continue our landscaping project. We're also going to have health screenings for our families, and we're also looking at the animal shelter to come do some trainings for our families on how to take care of animals and what to do with them. So each month we're getting better and bigger. It's becoming something that we're real excited about.
And for those of you that don't know what PBIS is, it basically stands for Positive Behavior Intervention and Support. And what it is it basically focuses on what students are doing right as opposed to what they're doing wrong. Because historically speaking, and I'm sure many of you experienced it when you were younger, you would get called out for doing whatever it is you were doing wrong. And PBIS basically flips that and say, hey, instead of focusing on what the kids are doing bad, let's focus on what they're doing right and let's reinforce it. Because as we all know, more often than not, kids misbehave because they crave and or need attention. So by focusing on what they're doing positive, they're typically going to start doing what it is you want them to do because now they're getting that attention for being positive. So I think that's why PBIS is so important. And once again, it does stands for Positive Behavior Intervention and Support. That's the acronym PBIS.
The other thing that we're doing, adding to the campus, is we have a student council now. One from 3rd grade through 6th grade, one student from different classrooms have participated in that. And the two things they have created this year, they created a student daily pledge, which we say every morning after this Pledge of Allegiance. And I'll show you that later in the picture. And we've also created a school cleanliness project. After our campus, our first landscaping project, we did a lot of cleaning. And the kids thought, oh, let's make this a regular routine. So we have can liners in every classroom, gloves in every classroom, and each, depending on where they're located in the building, each group has a designated area that they maintain. And then we also have Students of the Week, and that's based on character traits, not academics. And it's for students who do special things to build our climate and our culture at our school. One student from every classroom is announced at the end of Friday, and they come to my office where we now have a wall of prizes. And so they select from the prizes, and then once a month we do an assembly where their parents are invited.
Okay, next slide. I'll go ahead and read it for everybody. El Gabilan will engage parents and community members in actively participating at schools. Some of the ways that we do plan on doing it, if you don't mind following along, this First Saturday Family Project. Like Dr. Reddick mentioned, one thing that she did implement prior to my arrival was that she had the parents come and do a car wash, from what I remember.
Car wash, we've done landscaping, and we did, what was the other thing? Oh, rummage sale. Yeah, our families love a rummage sale. We gotta have that rummage sale every month.
Absolutely, so that's one thing that they implemented. The second area in which we also plan on improving is the PTO, which is that sort of parent-teacher organization, school site council, SCESD, for principal meetings in the cafeteria. Those are things that we have had implemented, and we do plan on continuing to implement them in the future and hopefully get more participation. Because as we all know, we are servicing the community as a whole, so we do hope that parents, more parents, get involved so that we can make sure that we're servicing and providing the best learning experience for the children. Third bullet says family event night.
And that's something that we're just starting now this part. We keep adding that. So this one will be more about training and teaching and learning with the parents. I need to learn Spanish, and some of them would like to learn English, so we'll be doing that in the computer lab together. And we'll keep going with different activities. And then I talked about the monthly character awards. We do have a monthly movie night and parent trainings in all kinds of things in Spanish and English. And then here are some wonderful pictures for you to look at, because we can do all the talking, but we got to see it in action. This is iRead in action in our computer lab. This is System 44 in a 3rd grade classroom. This is GLAD in a 3rd grade classroom. And this is just small group instruction going on in one area while kids are communicating and learning together and collaborating. And that's a big, big push that we're really trying to get the kids to start talking. I think GLAD supports that as well, so we're excited about that. And this was our Christmas, where our little ones and our big ones, all of them performed for the kids. And it was really a fun time for the teachers and for our families. Lots of participation in that. And those are the proud parents, which you can't, maybe that's not a good picture, but they were a great turnout for that. And then this is our student council and the pledge that they created. If you can't read it, I'll read it to you. It says, "We, the students of El Gabilan, pledge to be safe, responsible, and ready to learn. We will be kind and act respectfully to become educated citizens of the United States of America." And that is El Gabilan. And we're very proud to be leaders at El Gabilan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions, board members? Any queries, questions? Sharon? I went to the first garage car wash.
Did you see me out there washing cars for 6 hours?
That's good. Good job. Continue it. If you need any support, make sure we get to know.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to have Monterey Park next.
My turn.
It's your turn, sir.
Just a little overly enthusiastic there.
Age is difficult.
Yes. I do miss my time at El Gabilan. You're doing wonderful things there, and it's to be applauded. So I'm here tonight to introduce our single plan for student achievement for Monterey Park School. I've been there, I think, for a total of 12 days, and I've worked with my school site council, my parents, teachers, and we have worked to revise things, and just so we have a good focus for the rest of the school year. My teachers are very proud of the website that we've created, so our little address is down there at the bottom, bit.ly/Monterey Park School. They're very enthusiastic about updating it and showing all the great things that we're doing. Okay, and here I am, the tech guy. There we go. School demographics kind of speak for themselves. We're a small school, 560 students, 82% Hispanic, 49% English language learners, 13% special education, and 81% free and reduced lunch. I think what's important to mention here is that Monterey Park has had a change of demographics over the years. And it kind of changes the way that we need to address our issues at Monterey Park. But you know, when I introduced this afternoon to my school site council, everyone was a little bit uncomfortable with these demographics because we don't think of our students as percentages or categories. They're our students, and we accept them the way they are and the way that they come through our doors, and we work with them. We have 3 goals at Monterey Park School. They're all aligned to the district's goals: academic achievement, culture and climate, parent and community involvement. And I'm aligning all my agendas at school to reflect these 3 goals. So my school site council, we're talking about academic achievement, culture and climate, parent and community involvement. In my staff meetings, these are the 3 main topics or agenda points in my staff meetings. So everything will fall under there. So we're constantly focusing on these 3 topics. Goal 1, academic achievement. For math and English language arts, we're using the Common Core state standards. We're utilizing the skills and strategies of a 21st century classroom. Some of the strategies or programs that we're using are Rally, GLAD, Engage New York, Technology. We're also talking about ways to bolster our knowledge there as well. For science and social studies, we're really trying to look at the Common Core shifts in English language arts to not only teach the content standards, but also to help build those English language arts standards, such as complex language, academic language, informational evidence gathering. Those are all things that we can kind of combine the 2 areas English language arts, and our science and social studies. For performing and visual arts, we have the district-provided music teacher. Our PTO in the past has funded an art teacher. This year we're trying to fund that through PTO as well. We just can't find anyone right now. We're in talks with the Monterey Arts Council and possibly providing an arts program for us that PTO would fund. For physical education, the kids at Monterey Park are constantly moving out on that playground. The teachers there really believe that a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. Our teachers in grades 4 through 6 have changed their PE time into a Playworks rotation time. They went to the trainings. They are constantly communicating with our Playworks Hassa in the afternoon. He teaches a particular game, and then he tells the teacher, gives the teachers the information, and then they add that to their rotation as well. So he kind of introduces a new game, and then the kids teach the teachers what the new game is, and they have a little piece of paper that gives them the directions. So that's great in the afternoon. For the kids that need additional support, we provide really 2 levels of intervention. In our classrooms, we have classroom instructional aides in grades K through 3. They work in small group and one-on-one with the students. Many of the kindergarten teachers are partnering up to help support each other. We also have accelerated reader in our classrooms, and we have leveled instruction in kindergarten 1st and 4th through 6th grade. Okay. For those students that need another level of intervention, we offer an intensive level. That's our System 44 gateways. We just set up Success Maker stations in every classroom, or we're in the process of doing that. So during universal access time, the kids can rotate through that station as well. We just implemented our individual learning folders. We were a little bit behind, but we now have about 12 students in that program. Imagine Learning is grades 1 through 3rd. Some 4th, 5th, and 6th graders get access to it as needed. Phonics for Reading is another program that we're planning on implementing here shortly. And then we also have an after-school math tutorial program for about 6 to 8 students. They get help with their homework, and then they work on like their math facts. To kind of shore that up a little bit. Okay, goal two, culture and climate. My teachers are really excited about PDIS. It's the year 1 for us. It's our implementation year. We have little golden eagle tickets that we call GETs. And all the adults on campus are carrying them around. We're rewarding kids for their positive behavior. On Fridays, we do an announcement for each teacher to draw a GET from their classroom. And the kids come to the office, and we have this big wall. If you ever come by, it has an eagle on it with all these envelopes. And the kids, it's kind of like, let's make a deal or something. They get to choose an envelope. And inside that envelope are awards, prizes that have been donated by local businesses in the community. So they either get like free laser tag, free bowling, and they're just really excited to get those things. Restorative justice, the administrators on our campus, we do use conflict resolution with our students. And then we also have peer mediators, and the teacher that has been in charge of that has been using this program for 3 years. The kids are out there in their little yellow vests, and the kids really do come up to them and talk to them and ask them for help. We also do believe in building positive relationships through Sticks and Stones, Playworks, and by having buddy classes. Today, I had a student in my office who was having a really difficult time, 2 students actually, and I had put them in another room to work on their work, and I was in my office, and I kept hearing them working together through the wall. And I got up and I went around, and here was the 6th grade student helping the kindergarten student, and they were together doing their work that they couldn't do in their classroom. So I just thought that was great, that here was this older student helping a younger student, and they made a connection together that they couldn't do inside their classroom. So I was like, okay, you guys just keep working together, get that work done. For athletics, like I said, sports are a big thing at Monterey Park. If you come to our school after school, you'll see basketball, you'll see football, you'll see all kinds of sports all over the place. It's a wonderful thing. We're starting a cycling club here shortly, and we also started Spirit Days this month. Every Friday is green and yellow. Then we have special ones kind of built in. Okay, parent and community involvement. This is one area that we are going to continue to try to grow and evolve. Right now, we do have a functioning school site council. We have lots of members. Like I said today, I met with them and kind of laid out my plan for the school and how I need their input to help. From today's meeting, we really talked about parent and community involvement, and they directed me to really have some outreach program with my Calle Cebu community, which is across the way from us. And I already made some contact with the community center over there, and we're going to set up some meetings for our parents. My school site council has also directed me to start some education programs for our parents. They feel that they're a little overwhelmed with the Common Core math. They really don't know how to help their kids when they come home. So those are some of the things that I'm working with them on. Like the other schools, we have a really good parent-teacher organization. We do student recognition assemblies every month. We're sending home a parent survey to gauge needs and interests. We're just starting Monterey County Reads. And like I said earlier, we have developed some really good relationships with the local community to help support PBIS. So that is our school plan for Monterey Park. And together, I know we'll do great things. Thank you.
If I may just make a comment
Yes.
for your information. This afternoon, I met with the staff there at Calle Cebu Center.
Yes.
It's not called Calle Cebu Center. It's
Yes.
called,
Yes.
Torres Hill Center, Mrs. Torres Hill.
Yes.
Just for information, I grew up in that neighborhood before that new building was built. And when I left that community, I left for Vietnam. So coming back, there has been a number of people who lived in that area to contribute there. I opened up the door and said, you need to talk to the principal.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yourself. And to reinforce that, I'm going to